Pushed all the way back down the other end. Will be on goal. So no icing called. Camasso covers up. So we have a whistle and a stoppage of play. 7:05 left in period number one. It's a 1-0 lead for Brittany's boys. Steve DeMuro chased down the rebound off a Mike Snyder shot. Got it in the corner, turned and fired a shot that just got inside of Herm Sorcher on the pipe. Face off just to the left of Camasso. Face off one back by Brittany's boys. Now they're trying to get it out of the zone. Quickly tossed back in by Big Fish. Shot opportunity in front, gets blocked away. Nice play by DeMoro. DeMoro's got the goal, and he's got a nice defensive play there, keeping that shot from reaching all the way to Camasso. Trying to slowly turn and get it up. We're going to have a penalty call here. Stan Kapp is probably going to go in the penalty box for a minute and a half. And in fact, he's going to be out with a tripping penalty. So first power play opportunity of the game. Big Fish will have a minute to be able to get things organized, try to get themselves back into this game. It's a 1-0 lead for Brittany's boys, but now they're going to have to try to kill off a penalty. Stan Kapp in the box for a minute. Power play opportunity for Big Fish. Big Fish come into this game with a 6-3 record. They've got 12 points on the season. A win here tonight solidifies their spot in second place. Brittany's boys with 10 points at 5-4. Obviously the win would bring them into a tie, and they'd face each other again this weekend in the playoffs. Great play there by Brittany's boys to try to kill off this penalty. First 15 seconds of the power play go by without much action. Offsides the call there, as one of the Brittany's boys was caught deep in their own territory. That's John LaPointe, who hustled down to kill off the first quarter of the power play, but forgot to get back on side. Face-off will be just to the right of Camasso. Stepping up to take it for Big Fish. One of the players in the gold jersey. Remember, they've had a little bit of a mix tonight. They've got white, they've got gold, they've got blue, and their goalie Herm Sorcher back here in green. Sorcher will play this one off the boards. Halfway through the power play, Big Fish haven't really gotten it started just yet. Dumped into the corner. Chased down there, chipped out, kept in at the red line. Nice little steal here, could have a shorthanded opportunity. Charging in close. Sorcher covers it up before he could get much on it. Great play there by the veteran goalie. As Steve DeMoro, the goal scorer first time around, had an opportunity there but couldn't get enough on that shot. Kind of waited a little bit too long, and Sorcher was there to make the play. Teams are at even strength now. Nice little clearing pass there. Quick shot. Again, nobody home to chase down the rebound. Stan Kapp had more time than he thought. Turned and took a quick shot trying to beat Sorcher. One rattling him back behind the goal. Here's Kapp again, standing free at the red line. Can he turn and bring it in? Good defensive there, poked away nicely by Big Fish, who set up the wall at the red line. That one ricocheting hard off the wall. Chase is on to play the rebound. Play up the far side, deflected up into the screen, and we got a deflection. Referee calls it off of the black stick. That's Stan Kapp. Stan didn't like it, though. He thought face-off should be down in the end in front of Herm Sorcher. We're about halfway through, exactly halfway through period number one. Brittany's boys off to a good start. They lead it 1-0. Not many shots on either end. Sorcher's made a couple nice stops, particularly one on a breakaway. Camasso hasn't had to stop any just yet. Offside's the call, so we'll walk it back just about 10 feet maybe. Drop it just outside of the blue line. Face off in the neutral zone, off to the far boards. 4:52 left in period number one. Sent back up the boards towards the defensive zone of Brittany's boys. They get down there first, turn now, that pass. Looking for Kapp in the middle, just off the mark. Nice little pass there into the center. Trying to turn again, and we've got another offsides. A little discussion going on between the referee and the players. If you beat the puck inside the blue line, beat the ball inside the blue line, then it's offsides. That's what we had there. So 4:34 left to play in period number one. Teams kind of sleepwalking through the beginning of this game. They obviously both know the playoff situation. These teams have all qualified for the playoffs this weekend. And they realize that if Brittany's boys pull out the victory, they'll play each other. Let's see if Big Fish can get things started. There's the first shot on goal. Camaso's up to the task. Play goes into the corner. Dumped back in, playing now behind the goal. That one almost leaks out in front. Still loose in front now. Cleared out of the zone. They did a nice job of keeping it in, but again, it went up by the red line, so we'll have offsides. Here come Brittany boys, trying to play it again. 4 minutes and running here in period number 1. Play up and now in front of the bench. Blocked nicely, prevented that one from getting into the offensive zone. Brittany's boys still off. Now they get back on side. Controlled by Big Fish. Big Fish bringing it out. They dump it in. A half-hearted chase is on. Kylie Forian going back to get it. Big Fish opportunity here. Nice little setup there. Great save by Camaso. That one was ticketed for the top right corner of the goal. Centering pass. Nobody home there. Goes all the way back to the far boards. Playing in front. Another centering pass. Good coverage in front this time by Brittany's boys. Still in front. Brittany's boys trying to clear it now. No such luck. Nice play, stepping in to take a shot from his defensive position for Big Fish. Nice pass off the boards. Could have a 2-on-1 here. Great play. Cap's got it on the other side. He's got time to turn. Sends it back out top. Could be a ripper here. Shot off the pipe. Just missed. Cap was there for the rebound. Just went by his stick as John LaPointe ripped one. Hit off the pipe so hard that Cap couldn't get his stick on it to play the rebound. Cap taking his time at the goal line extended. Passes this one across the floor. Turnaround, centering in front, rebound. Went right to Cap. Great save by Sorcher. That's going to be a high sticking call, and it will be. So with 2:37 left to play in period number 1, high sticking the call. That'll stop the action. Score 1-0. Brittany's boys off to a nice start. Steve DeMuro made the stop. Brittany, of course, in the goal. Brittany Camaso. She's made a couple nice saves to keep that 0 up there for Big Fish. Face-off will be all the way back down in Brittany's boys' defensive zone just to the left of goaltender Brittany Camaso. Ball is dropped one back by Big Fish. Big Fish trying to set things up. Outside shot there, blocked in front, didn't make it to the goal. Turning, trying to center it. Nice play on the backside. Another centering pass, still loose in front. Trying to force it in, no goal. Brittany Camaso's covered it up. An awful lot of opportunities there for Big Fish. Just couldn't push it in. Big Fish, as we mentioned, have a number of players in different uniforms. We don't have the numbers corresponding to the jerseys that they're wearing tonight. As they've got, right now, they've got 3 white shirts, a gold and a blue, out there in the offensive end. Orm Searcher, their goalie's in green. This one gets poked out of the zone. Will, in fact, be an icing call if it goes over the goal line, and it does. So with 2:16 left to play again, what seems to be Brittany's boys' strategy, that's probably their 4th or 5th icing call of the day. We haven't had an icing called yet on Big Fish. We've had 4 or 5 called on Brittany's boys. Gives them a chance to catch their breath. Slows things down a little bit on what's been a relatively slow-moving E-Division deck hockey game so far. Puck dropped just to the right of Camaso. One back this time by Brittany's boys. Trying to get out of the zone now. Comes out to the red line. Puck is loose. Opportunity here. Cap turns, sends it back. That shot goes wide. Nice play by Stan Cap to get to the ball. To a nice little back pass. Stan Cap, nice little lift. Shot on goal. Saved by Sorcher. Rebound in front. Still loose in front. DeMoro tried to get goal number 2. He just couldn't get his stick on it as he controlled that rebound. This one dumped over to the side. Dumped back into the corner. Under 2 minutes to play in period number 1. Action starting to pick up a little bit. The white player knocked the ball up out of the boards and off the surface, so we'll have a face-off just to the left of Orm Searcher. 1:42 left to play in the game. Chris Desjardins had the stick go off of had the ball go off of his stick. Pump up over behind the Big Fish bench. Face-off now just to the left of Sorcher, right beneath us. Controlled there and turned. Nice little play by DeMoro. DeMoro's got the first goal, and he won that face-off beautifully. Pass cross ice. That shot saved by Sorcher. Nice play there. Rebound controlled by, I believe, Matt Petkovic. Petkovic trying to get it out, no such luck. Shot on goal saved by Sorcha. Rebound comes out again, and in fact, it's cleared this time. They look like Chris Desjardins clearing that one off down the other end. 1:15 left to play. Camasso covered it up. Teammates are screaming at her to play it. There was nobody around. She couldn't get a chance to look. This one sneaks into the offensive zone. Another rush by Brittany's boys. Trying to turn and play it there was John LaPointe. Trying to get it out of the zone. No such luck. Stopped at the blue line and pushed forward. No icing going to be called there. Racing down to get it, Mike Snyder. Snyder's clearing pass picked off nicely by Desjardins. Pushing it forward. Going to have an opportunity again for Brittany's boys. That centering pass. Really to nobody home. Goes all the way to the corner. Quick shot in front. Stopped nicely by the defense of Big Fish. Big Fish trying to push it up. They haven't had many scoring opportunities here thus far. 25 seconds and running in period number 1. Here come Brittany's boys again on a rush. Nice defense there by Desjardins. Pushed up the far side. Could have an opportunity here. That near-sided shot is blocked beautifully by Kylie Forian. Forian taking it up. Directs that one towards the goal. Sorcher's ready. Sorcher plays it back behind the goal. 3 seconds left in the period. Here comes the horn. And that ends period number 1. At the end of 10 minutes of play, Brittany's boys lead it 1-0. So after the first 10 minutes of action in this Division E deck hockey game, Brittany's boys have the lead 1-0 on a DeMuro goal. Chris DeMuro in the right spot at the right time. Quick turnaround shot from the corner. Beat Horm Searcher to the near side pipe for goal number 1. It's been a slow-moving game thus far, as both teams know they're in the playoffs. They know that if Brittany's boys pull out the victory, they could, in fact, be meeting again this weekend. So we'll see if that has something to do with kind of the lethargy that we're seeing thus far. Big Fish needs to turn things on. They haven't had many opportunities, and when they did, Brittany Camasso has been up to the task. So it's 1-0 after period number 1. We'll see how things go coming up in just a few seconds. There's the horn bringing the teams out to play. As we mentioned, it's kind of been a slow-moving first 10 minutes of action. Brittany Camasso faced a couple hard shots. Good centering passes by Big Fish, but Camasso was there to make the stops and prevent anything from getting into the back of the net. Sorcher made a couple nice saves on his end. One particular Steve DeMoro rush on a shorthanded situation for Brittany's boys. Sorcher was up to the task. DeMoro couldn't get much on it as he was looking for his second goal of the night already. 10 minutes up on the clock, we're ready to go. Ball is dropped. Face-off, Mike Snyder pushes it forward, but it's controlled by Big Fish. Big Fish, again, kind of sleptwalk through period number 1. We'll see if they apply more action as they come down here closer to our end. Play in the neutral zone. No one's got it yet. Here comes Big Fish. They're already playing with a little bit more interest and intensity. Ball sneaks over to the corner where Kylie Forian's got it. Forian running it up. Forian into the neutral zone where it's turned around quickly. Shot on goal saved by Camasso. Trying to clear it out of the zone there. LaPointe hit his own guy. That clearing pass. Nice little play there. Picked off in front by Mike Snyder. Snyder advances it into his offensive zone. Covered up nicely by Sorcher as Snyder's run was stopped. At the blue line, the ball kept going towards the goal, and Sorcher covered it up. So already in the first 40 seconds, we've seen more of an effort from Big Fish as they're running a little bit harder and trying to put things back in gear here. As we said, they've already clinched a playoff spot, so the outcome of this game will only change who they're going to play. If Big Fish wins this one, they'll play the Jokers of Doom. If they lose this one, they'll get the Brittany's boys all over again in the first round of the playoffs. Back to live action. Ball in the neutral zone is going to be run out by Big Fish. Big Fish, nice little dump into the corner. Chasing to get there first is LaPointe. Back out to the blue line and it sneaks by. Chasing down there to get it now, Anthony DLC. First time we've been able to call his name. Nice little pass back in front. Tipped away beautifully. Controlled in the neutral zone. They have to clear the zone. Remember, they'd be offside, so Brittany boys dump it in. That was Kylie Forian dumping it in while his teammates had to come out of the offensive zone, and now Big Fish bringing it up. Nice little steal there. Stan Cap. He's had a nice few 12 minutes of this opening game. That centering pass finds the stick of Steve DeMoro, but DeMoro sends it high over the fiberglass. So it went off of Brittany's boys' sticks. It'll come all the way back to the neutral zone for the faceoff. 8:29 left to play in period number 2. It's a 1-0 lead for Brittany's boys. Stepping up to take the face, Steve DeMoro. He's the only goal scorer thus far on the night. That face-off draw, kind of a neutral draw, but controlled now by Big Fish. Dumped in, goes just wide. Camasso covers it up, bouncing off the boards with the glove. Well, now we'll have a face-off down in the Brittany's boys' defensive zone. 8:23 left to play in the middle period. Teams still kind of feeling each other out, not really going at a breakneck speed thus far. Face-off just to the left of Camasso. DeMoro wins it back, now trying to get it out of the zone. Stopped there nicely by Desjardins. Play now behind the goal. Fourier running into some trouble. Nice pressure applied by Big Fish. They keep it in the zone. High off the boards in the corner. Bounces out in front. Camasso trying to pin it on the pipe, and it looked like she does. Nice play by Brittany Camasso as they were trying to jam that ball inside the near side pipe. She kept her foot there, then covered things up. So with 8:04 left to play in period number 2, we'll have another face-off just to the right of Camasso. Stepping up to take it again is Steve DeMoro. Big face-off here as Big Fish definitely controlling the action. That centering pass almost found its way right to a Big Fish stick for an easy shot on goal. Big Fish controlling action fairly close to the goal. Now they lose it. Trying to turn here is DeMoro. DeMoro, nice little back pass to the corner. Snyder's got it now. Snyder running out of the zone. That lead pass a little bit too far. Played by Sorcher, and he covers up down there. So again, with 7:44 left to play now, we'll have a face-off down the other end. Big Fish applying a little bit more pressure now, playing with more intensity and effort. Trying to get the equalizer here in the early stages of period number 2. Face-off will be just to the left of Sorcher. DeMoro, who seems like he takes every face-off, stepping up to take it again. Little repositioning for Big Fish. Desjardins goes back to the goal line, back on the far boards. Face-off won by Big Fish. Tried to get it out of the zone, but no such luck. Chris Berry turned and fired it back in, but it would have been offsides on Brittany's boys, so they had to clear the zone first. Play on the far boards. That cross floor pass off the boards. Controlled now by Big Fish. Turn and fire. Got a lot of heat on it, but couldn't put it on goal. That looked like it was Matt Petkovic who turned to fire that shot. Again, an opportunity. This one goes way wide into the corner. That one goes back behind the goal. Playing it from side to side now. Trying to find opportunities. That one's going to be picked off and going to be on a run. John LaPointe trying to take a run here. He's got help to his left. LaPointe going backhanded. Goes in front. Sorcher all over it. And LaPointe didn't get much on that shot. Ball now controlled by Big Fish. They can't clear the zone. Keeping it in there is Cap. Cap loses it. Now playing the neutral zone. Here comes a breakaway here. Opportunity to tie things up. Great save by Brittany Camasso. Opportunity off the stick of Matt Petkovic again. Saved by Camasso. So 6:46 left to play in period number 2. Still a 1-0 lead for Brittany's boys. These two goalies are used to keeping things out of their goal. Brittany Camasso comes into this with the 3rd best goalie save percentage in the league. On the other side, Herm Sorcher, one of the legends in deck hockey, his goal against average is 1.71, so not many more are going to happen. That's going to be another icing call, and as we've mentioned, Brittany's boys seem to be content to ice the puck, to catch their breath and get things settled down. 6:37 left to play in period number 2. It's a 1-0 Brittany's boys lead. They scored early in period number 1. Steve DeMoro made a great play turning from the corner, fired it just beating Horm Sorcher on the inside pipe. Face-off win there by Big Fish. Shot was deflected up into the rafters, so we'll stop and play it again. Face-off again right beneath us, just to the left of Camasso. DeMoro stepping up to take the face-off again for Brittany's boys. Ball is dropped, controlled by the Big Fish. Big Fish trying to turn on the far side now. Referee playing a little defense there. As a result, it's turned over. LaPointe in the corner now, trying to get out of his zone. Has a little trouble there. Hustling over there to help him out is Chris Berry. Pushes it up the far right side. Berry's got to make another stop, or could be an opportunity here. Into the corner. Nice play by LaPointe to get there first. That cross-floor pass and gets out of the zone. Nice little lead pass there. Steve DeMoro on the run. He dumps it into the corner where Anthony DeLC's going to get there first. DeLC trying to look back to DeMoro. DeMoro in front. That shot save. Great save there by Sorcher. Or DeMoro could have doubled the lead for Brittany's boys. Opportunity here coming up for Big Fish. Out front, shot on goal, just goes wide. Shot, nice little feed instead. Nice little fake there. I thought he was going to put that on the goal himself, but now comes out the other way. Dumped across, kept hell out of the zone. Would have been offsides. Skating it up slowly. That wild shot by DeMoro goes into the net way above the fiberglass. And so we'll have a face-off way back here. 5:30 exactly left to play in period number 2. It's a 1-0 Brittany's boys lead. Both goalies facing a little bit more action here. The intensity and the speed of the game picking up a little bit in period number 2. DeMoro off the draw again for Brittany's boys. It gets dumped in, the chase is on. Trying to turn and get it out. A nice play there by LaPointe. Here comes DeMoro. DeMoro 1-0. Nice little move to his backhand side. Short-sided shot saved by Sorcher. He got his body there before the ball could threaten really to get into the goal. Trying to clear it out of the zone. This will be an icing call. First icing call of the game against Big Fish. So with 5:08 left to play, we're almost halfway through the game. Halfway through period number 2. Brittany's boys lead at 1-0. Face-off just to the left of Sorcher. Sorcher towering high above the crossbar. Makes a great save, getting his body in front of that shot, blocking up the near side pipe. No place for DeMoro really to put it. DeMoro again on the face. This time the ball leaks all the way down the end. No icing will be called here as it came right off the face-off draw. Kylie Forian trying to play it. That little cross-ice pass, nobody home. Clearing pass, DeMoro sends it in. Sorcher stops it from getting to the boards. Sorcher trying to play it. Applying a little pressure as Anthony DeLC. Centering pass to DeMoro. Shot saved by Sorcher. Desjardins trying to get it out now on the far side boards. He dumps this into the corner. LaPointe once again chases it down. Takes his time trying to clear it. That one's kept in. Could be an opportunity here. Big Fish with a great chance. Shot on goal. Ricochets high off the boards behind the goal. That one went way over the crossbar. Laying it down right beneath us. Forian's going to get there, but can't get his stick on the ball. Comes back down to this corner right beneath us. Looks like Petkovic with it. Petkovic sends it back. Opportunity here. That shot gets deflected and sent to the far corner. Trying to clear it out. Great little back pass there. No look back pass to DeMoro. DeMoro sends it across the ice. Let's try that again. That was Cap looking for DeMoro. Cap sent it back across the ice to DeMoro breaking down. Ricochets off the boards and Sorcher covers it up. Just under 4 minutes to play in period number 2. Brittany's boys holding on to a 1-0 lead. Big Fish showing flashes of getting involved in this game. And then they kind of turn it off. Kind of walking on and off. Not a lot of intensity, not a lot of speed thus far in this one. 3:58 left to play in period number 2. Big Fish currently in second place. Brittany's boys currently in fourth place. If Brittany's boys pull it off, obviously they'll move up to a 2-3 matchup with this same Big Fish squad. Big Fish wins it, they'll have second place all to themselves, and they'll get to play Jokers of Doom in round 1. Face off just to the left of Sorcher, and you guessed it, Steve DeMoro taking the face. This time it's won back nicely by Big Fish. Now can they get it out of their zone? Pass up the near side boards, trying to tip it up the boards away from the ref again. Knocked back nicely by John LaPointe. Forian will get to this one easily enough. Trying to clear it up the far side. Number 28, Anthony DeLC playing it. Comes all the way back down here to the defensive zone for Brittany's boys. Nice little move there by LaPointe. LaPointe playing it in the center. Sends that one forward just to the left of Sorcher. Nice little behind the legs, between the legs pass. Back off a turnover and almost a chance for DeLC to knock one in. In front save, Sorcher with the glove. Ball pops out, comes back out to the red line. Tough play there. Forian stepping in. Sorcher gets a little piece of that as well. Brittany's boys certainly bringing the action. Most of it. That little back pass, nobody home there. Kept in, though, at the red line. Loses control of it, comes back. Would have been offsides. They have to go back and touch up again. Nice little stretch of play here without a whistle, but not much going on. Controlled at the red line. DeMoro has a little trouble getting going. Whistle was blown. Not really sure why. DeMoro lost his footing and fell over. May have been offsides because he went forward and the ball stayed where it was. So with 2:47 left in period number 2, Brittany's boys lead at 1-0. Sorcher getting hot in the nets right now, trying to keep Brittany's boys at 1. Camasso has answered every challenge offered by Big Fish. Big Fish win the draw and push it forward. Camasso's on top of that one. Didn't see where the ball was, and it trickled out just inches in front of her where she covered it up before the mad rush came down to get it. Brittany Camasso, nice play there. 2:42 left to play, only a few seconds went off the clock. This time face-off will be just to the left of Camasso. DeMoro on the draw, Forian right behind him. Snyder to his left. Snyder will go take a rush on this one. Snyder with the races on. Snyder gets there first. Nice little play. Snyder shot saved by Sorcher. Rebound goes back behind the goal line to Sorcher's left, trying to clear it out now. 2-on-2. Wow, offsides called here. Just not thinking. Big Fish beat the ball into the offensive zone. 2:25 left to play in period number 2. Big Fish just not really getting things going. Geriatrics are going to win the division. They finished the season 8-2. They've got the top spot all locked up. They own the highest goal scorer in the league. They have the highest assist man in the league. And they have the person with the most points. All belongs to Brian Curtis. So Brian Curtis, obviously an important player in this league, but not many more important than Herm Sorcher and Brittany Camasso. And both of them show you why. They're two of the better goalies in this league. Pushing it up here is Forian. We've reached the 2-minute mark left in period number 1. Sorcher moves the glove up and catches that one. It may have gone over the crossbar, but he was wide awake and caught that anyway and held on. 1:58 left to play in period number 2. It's a 1-0 lead for Brittany's boys. We're bringing you all of the Division E action from the Plainville Indoor Sports Arena. It's Hockey Night at PISA, brought to you by Memory to Video Productions, streaming live on YouTube. Face-off draw, one back. That shot goes wide into the corner. Played back behind the goal. Steve Kapp's there to get it. Kapp looking for DeMoro. DeMoro trying to stop that one. DeMoro may have, in fact, gotten his stick on that. Let's see where they're going to have this one. DeMoro must have missed it. They're staying down in the Big Fish zone. So with 1:46 left to play, it'll be a face-off just to the left of Sorcher. Second icing game call of the game against Big Fish. As we mentioned, Brittany's boys kind of tried to settle things down early. They had a number of icing calls in the first period. Going to have a reface there, as we didn't like the drop. Petkovic taking the face for Big Fish. DeMoro once again taking the face for Brittany's boys. Ball is dropped, controlled, and kept in the zone nicely by Brittany's boys. That cross-floor pass, nobody home as it gets cleared out of the zone. Hustling back to get it. To Brittany's boys, that goes off of a stick. Nice little deflection. Trying to tip it in. Nice little tip in by DeMoro as the ball leaks all the way down the other side. We're under 90 seconds of play in period number 2. Play goes to the far corner. Dumped towards the goal. Sorcher sends it back to the corner. Can Big Fish get it out? That one's sent back towards the goal again. Goes back to the far corner. Nobody's going after it. So John LaPointe takes a run. LaPointe's got it in front of the Brittany's boys bench. Sends this one back across the floor. Play against the far boards now. Chris Berry, number 9, trying to get it. No icing's going to be called. We're under a minute. This could be an opportunity here for Big Fish. That one's passed into the back of the net and will be turned over right away. Skating it out of the zone, running it out of the zone really was Mike Snyder. Snyder tried to pass it to himself off the boards, went a little bit too high, and so the whistle was blown. 43 seconds left to play in period number 2. Brittany's boys lead it 1-0. Big Fish looked like they just had an opportunity there, but the pass got caught up in the back of the net. Seems like every time they get something started, nothing seems to go Big Fish's way thus far. DeMoro taking the draw. Again, I think it's Petkovic on the other side for Big Fish. That shot goes in. Great play there, just hustling over to get to the ball. Guido Di Stefanis kind of falling towards the floor, made a quick stab at the ball, and it snuck all the way in past Brittany Camasso. So with 37 seconds left to play in period number 2, Big Fish have tied it up at 1. Great hustling play by Guido Di Stefanis. Falling to the floor, he just kind of swung his stick at it, got enough on the ball to direct it towards the goal, and the quick strike works for Big Fish as it beats Brittany Camasso to tie this thing up. 30 seconds left to play in period number 2. Now we've got a 1-1 game. Let's see if this picks up the intensity and the effort. Trying to push it in front of the goal. Ball goes all the way back behind the net. Snyder back there playing it for Big Fish. Could be an opportunity here, kept in nicely by Kylie Forian. Play in front. DeMoro trying to get his second goal of the day. No such luck. Now we get a little turnaround action here. Ball pushed into the offensive zone. Forian's there to turn it around. We're under 10 seconds in the period. 5 and running. Long shot goes to the corner. That'll be it for all the action. And that ends period number 2. A period once again controlled by Brittany's boys. But a Guido Di Stefanis hard work and effort goal ties things up at 1-1. So it looked like a period that was rolling along with not much action. Di Stefanis comes up with a huge goal simply out of hustle. He raced his way towards the corner, falling down to the floor, got a stick on it, had enough on the ball to get it past Brittany Camasso, and now we've got a tie game. So the final 10 minutes, we'll see if the action picks up, the intensity and the effort. Remember, if a Brittany's boys pulls off the victory, these same two teams will meet in the first round of the playoffs. A victory by Big Fish means that they'll have second place locked up all to themselves, and we'll have different playoff matchups going in to the weekend. So we'll see how this goes. Last break in between the periods. Again, it's kind of a slow-moving, not much intensity in the periods thus far. We'll see if the final 10 minutes pick up the pace and pick up the action. The horn has sounded to bring the teams back out onto the floor. It's been an evenly played E-Division deck hockey game here. Hockey Night at PISA, brought to you by Memory to Video Productions. Tonight's game sponsored by Play It Again Sports in Southington. Put Play It Again Sports on your Christmas list shopping this year. They have tons of gear, new and old, all at great prices. Getting ready to take the face-off now. Center ice. Taking it again is Steve DeMoro. He takes them all. He doesn't take much rest. This time the ball is pushed towards the defensive end of Brittany's boys, and Brittany decides to cover it up. Just 5 seconds into the final period. Face-off will be just to the right of Camasso now. Game is moving quickly, even though the pace of the game is relatively slow. Trying to get it out of the zone now. Here comes Brittany's boys. They've controlled most of the action, but they find themselves in a tie game. Playing it just beneath us, Anthony DLC. He's going up against Desjardins. That centering pass blocked nicely in front by the Big Fish defense. Desjardins turns, throws it across the corner. Mike Snyder is there for Brittany's boys. Back out top. Shot directed towards the goal, saved by Sorcher. Goes back out to the right side where Snyder's got it. Snyder, nice clearing pass, trying to dip it forward. It's Di Stefanis. He's on the run now. Can Di Stefanis get there first? Again, he goes down to the floor. That strategy worked in period number 2 as it was in the closing seconds. He found himself in a position just to do that. That shot looked like an opportunity to go in, just went wide. Play in front of Brittany's boys' bench, being kept in by Desjardins. Already, again, Big Fish exerting a little bit more pressure and intensity in this one. Play just beneath us here. Good hustle there by Lapointe. Lapointe plays it back off the boards. Not much room there. DLC number 20 and 28 sends it back out top. DLC's going to get this one here in the slot. Can DLC get a shot off? That shot on goal saved by Sorcher. DLC got a lot on that. Sorcher covers it up, even though there was nobody there really playing the rebound for Brittany's boys. Great shot by DLC. Quick wrist shot directed towards the goal. Sorcher had to save that one, covered up the rebound. Face-off now just to the left of Herm Sorcher. Score is tied 1-1. Petkovic taking the face-off for Big Fish. DeMoro on the draw. DeMoro pushes it forward. Kept in nicely by Lapointe. That shot on goal saved by Sorcher. Sorcher getting a little bit more action maybe than he'd like. 8:34 left to play. Face-off's going to be just to the right this time of Sorcher. DeMoro stepping up to take it. Petkovic on the draw. Kind of a neutral draw, but cleared out of the zone. Not quite. Kept back in. Nice play. Sorcher again. Makes the stop and covers up. So we'll do it again. Face-off just to the right of Herm Sorcher. Great game so far for both goaltenders. A nice little turnaround shot by Steve DeMoro beat Sorcher in the inside pipe early in period number 1. And a nice effort by Guido Di Stefanis beats Brittany Camasso at the end of period number 2. In between, we had some great saves and not much action. That little pass right on the stick of DeMoro could have been an easy goal there. Great feed by Mike Snyder. Pushing that one up the far boards. Tips up, and we are going to have an icing call here. So 8:03 left to play in the game. That's our third or fourth whistle, as we haven't had too much continuous action without a whistle. Face-off will be just to the right of Sorcher. Stepping up to take the face, Petkovic in goal, DeMoro in the black. Face-off draw stays right there. Petkovic has got it now. He can run it out. Petkovic gets to the red line and dumps it in, but he tried to dump it in. That pass hit the fiberglass bank, bounced into the Brittany's boys bench. 7:57 left to play in the game now. We can't go too far without having a whistle. Face-off will be just in the neutral zone, outside of the red line. We've got Petkovic in gold again, DeMoro in black. Ball is dropped, face-off one back, controlled by Big Fish. Big Fish trying to run it out. That will be a high sticking call again by Lapointe, so let's see what they decide to do. They decide to keep play going. Big Fish run it down, and they're playing it now behind the goal. That centering pass, nobody home, turned around quickly by Brittany's boys. Could be a 3-on-2. Nice little play here. Could be a shot opportunity. Taking their time, that centering pass, too much on it. DeMoro tries to turn and fire. Hits the back of the goal. Now here comes Big Fish. Slowly bringing it up. Trying to turn it around now. Brittany's boys. DeMoro, nice little play using his body to shield the defender from the ball. That shot from the blue line ricochets off the back of the boards, hits the top of the goal. Still in play. Playing on the far side now. Big Fish taking their time. Pushed back in. DeMoro's got it at the blue line. They got to get on him. Nice defense there. Try to keep it in. Could be a breakaway here. Opportunity for Big Fish to take the lead. 2-on-1. Directed towards the goal, but goes high and wide. Quickly turned around now. Here comes Brittany's boys. They might have a chance. Nice little pass. Gets it into the offensive zone. That shot on goal, saved by Sorcher. Desjardins plays in the far corner, back to the near side. Trying to get it up the boards. Nice play there. Played in the neutral zone now by Brittany's boys. They have to touch back up before they can go play the ball. Brittany's boys again, now playing in the neutral zone. Shot gets deflected, goes high up into the rafters. So we'll have another face-off. So 6:24 left to play in the game, still 1-1. Brittany's boys seem to be playing with a little bit more intensity and interest, but it's a 1-1 game. Thanks in large part to Herm Sorcher making a number of great saves. Face-off right by the red line. Tipped back, the race is on back here in the defensive zone for Big Fish. Desjardins turns, plays it now in front of his team's bench. Nice little clearing pass there. Goes all the way down to the defensive zone. Turn and pass by Lapointe. Gets it down to the neutral zone. Kept in nicely by Big Fish. That centering pass picked off. Coming back up the other way. Little back pass to dump it into the offensive zone by Snyder. Starting to lose a little gas here. Brittany's boys don't have as many players tonight. That one gets dumped into the zone, and in fact we will have an icing call there. 5:46 left to play in the game. It's 1-1. A first period goal by Steve DeMoro, a second period goal by Guido Di Stefanis. Has this one tied up at 1. Face-off will be just to the left of Horm Searcher. It's a Division E deck hockey game here at the Plainville Indoor Sports Arena. Hockey night at PISA. Brought to you by Memory to Video Productions and sponsored tonight by Play It Again Sports in Southington. Put Play It Again Sports on your list for Christmas shopping this year. They have tons of gear, new and used, at great prices. Back to live action now. Play gets leaked out in front. Di Stefanis, the goal scorer, has a chance here. That shot on goal, and he scores. And just like that, Big Fish have a 2-1 lead. They've been outplayed, they've been out-hustled for most of the game, but with 5:30 left to play, they find themselves with a 2-1 lead. Guido Di Stefanis, hustling hard, made a nice play and a great shot. Gets it by Camaso, and just like that, it's 2-1. Big Fish. Brittany's boys haven't scored since early in period number 1, and even though they've been putting in a little bit more effort, getting more opportunities, right now they find themselves down, and we're halfway through the final period. 5:20 to go and running in period number 3. Di Stefanis has it over there again. He sends it back out top. This one gets directed back in. Could have been high sticking, the referees let it go. This one dumped back into the offensive end of the far corner. Race is on. Desjardins going to get there first. Now the game is, can he turn and get it up the floor? Great play there in front to score. Simply just great hustle. Desjardins felt a lot of pressure there. Pressure applied by Anthony DLC. Steve DeMoro came hustling in, trailing the play. He gets his second goal of the game. So now we've got 2 goals for Steve DeMoro. For Brittany's boys, we've got 2 goals by Guido Di Stefanis for Big Fish. And now we're tied up with exactly 4:59 left to play in period number 3. Brittany's boys hadn't scored since early in the first, but they hustle down and tie this thing up. Face-off pushed forward there. Looked like a win for Petkovic. He pushed it forward, putting a little pressure on Camaso, but she covers up before Petkovic could get there to get his stick on the ball. 4:52 now left to play in the final period. Face-off will be just to the left of Camaso. Great game thus far. DeMoro now talking a little strategy before the ball is dropped. Petkovic pushes it to the corner, controlled this time by Brittany's boys. Play around along the blue line. Rustling out over there is Mike Snyder. Brittany's boys come out with it. That little pass has a little curve to it. That'll definitely be icing. It'll come all the way back down. I'm not quite sure if he was looking to connect with Anthony DLC or if he was just trying to get it out of the zone. Looked like John LaPointe just maybe needed a break. Sends this one back down. 4:40 left to play in the game. You've had 2 goals in the period. Guido Di Stefanis, nice hustling goal, beat Camaso. Then back the other end, good effort by Brittany's boys. Pinning the ball in the corner. Ball squirted out. Steve DeMoro hustling in, ripped it. One-timer by Herm Sorcher to tie things up. 4:30 and running in the period. Playing it now back behind the goal, behind their goal line back there. Big Fish, ball squirts out front. Could have a run here. This could be an opportunity for Brittany's boys to take the lead. Nice little fake there. Good patience. Centering pass. Nobody home. What a great play and a great setup. Just nobody there to get on that. That shot, nice little curve to that one. Brittany Camaso in the right spot, made that stop with the body. Pushing forward, trying to use the defender as a screen. That time was Anthony DLC. DeMoro dumps that one back behind the goal. Brittany's boys have a chance here. DeMoro coming in front, shot, score! Nice little play there. Getting the hat trick, Steve DeMoro. Great opportunity there as Snyder is going to get an assist on that one. .354 left to play in the game, and just when things look bad for Brittany's boys, they turn it around. And a hat trick for Steve DeMoro, his 3rd goal of the game. Definitely a sharp shooter tonight. DeMoro has had some nice shots. Got to be a nice shot to beat Horm Searcher. Remember, Searcher goals against average is just 1.71. So they've done a nice job with that. Let's see if Brittany's boys are content to have a 3-2 lead here. 3:44 left to play. That is about their 10th icing call of the game. So they seem to be fairly content, if they need to just get that ball down the other end, take a little break, have it walked all the way back down. If that strategy holds up, we'll have to find out. Big Fish looking now to try to get that game-tying goal once again. They win the draw and control it just in front of Brittany's boys' bench. Playing it back there along the board, Steve DeMoro. He gets jammed up there. Heard a little grunt out of him as he got pushed into the boards. Ball is still loose. Squeaks back out to the blue line. Desjardins trying to center it. Knocked down in front by Brittany's boys. That looks like it's John Lapointe. Lapointe trying to clear it. No such luck. This one breaks away. Could have an opportunity here again. Let's see what they do. Dump to the corner, killing off some time. Maybe not a good scoring opportunity there. DLC plays it back. Again, trying to kill some time, play it back beyond there. Stand cap. Centering pass leaks all the way out through the zone. No icing going to be called there, of course, as it went off of Brittany's boys' stick. Kylie Forien's got to go run it down. Lapointe trying to inch it up the boards. Trying to poke it in. Everybody seems to be reaching rather than running to the ball. Play in front. This could be a shot here. Big time shot, goes high over the crossbar, hits the fiberglass behind. Camasso didn't really look like she had that one. This time she covers up nicely. So with 2:41 left to play in the game, Brittany's boys trying to hold on to a 3-2 lead. Face-off will be just to the right of Camasso. Brittany's boys 2:41 away from a big win and finishing tied for second in the league. Face-off draw, one played along the boards in front of Brittany's boys' bench. Screen in front. I don't think Camasso ever could have saw that one, but it didn't make the way all the way to her. Clearing pass there, bounces off the far side boards, and again will be an icing. So with 2:25 left to play in the game, Brittany's boys sends it all the way down the floor. Be able to catch their breath, and we'll bring it all the way back down. Still taking some time as we're walking some players on and off the floor. Big Fish definitely has more subs than Brittany's boys. We have a face-off now just to the right of Brittany Camasso. DeMoro stepping up to take the face-off. He's got 3 goals on the night. Nice little draw. One. That shot all the way from the outside finds the upper right-hand corner of the goal. And so now with 2:21 left to play, we have a tie game. The goal scorer, we'd love to tell you all about him. Unfortunately, that number is not on the roster. As we mentioned, they've got a little bit of everything on the jerseys tonight. They've got red, they've got gold, they've got blue, they've got white, they've got green. And the goal scorer, number 13 in white, his number's not on the roster. So the face-off draw leaks back towards Camasso. Camasso lets it come out in front. Great hustle now being put on by Big Fish. 2:10 and running in a tie game. Big Fish trying to turn. No luck in front. Still loose in front. Brittany's boys trying to get it out. DeMoro takes a stumble. Ball is still loose. More intensity and more speed being displayed by Big Fish in that little stretch than we had all game long. Dumped forward, and we are going to have what would have been an offsides call if they had continued to play it. So Big Fish had to clear the zone. Still in the neutral zone, dumped back in. Camasso flat on the floor to stop that one from going to the boards. 1:40 left to play in the game. It's tied up now, 3-3. A shot from the neutral zone found its way in the upper right-hand corner of the goal. A blistering shot to get things tied up here for Big Fish. Now we've got exactly 100 seconds left to play in the end of the third period. Face-off will be to the right of Camasso. Dumped forward through the neutral zone. It's not going to make it for icing, so here we go. We got a lot of pressure being applied there. The turn and pass controlled just beyond the red line, so they got to clear the zone. Desjardins stops that one. He tries to center it up. Nice little steal there. Trying to put some pressure on Lapointe. Going over to get it is DeMoro. DeMoro trying to weave his way into the offensive zone. No such luck. Bobby Hull picks it off. That shot gets deflected back into the corner. 1:15 and running in the final period. Play behind the goal. Chris Berry turns it over, trying to turn and fire. Hull gets it. Hull's centering pass should be wide open shot there, blocked in front. Didn't make its way to the goal. Trying to get it out of the zone. Here comes Brittany's boys. Nice little run and a race is on. Now would be offsides as it went back beyond the red line. We're under a minute to play in what is a tie game. A tie means the teams stay exactly where they were coming into this. Big Fish would be in second place. Brittany's boys would be in fourth place. So they would forego a first-round playoff matchup. Big Fish would play Jokers of Doom. Brittany's boys would take on the number 1 seeded Geriatrics. And, of course, Brian Curtis, the leading scorer in the league. Puck is dropped, directed back to Desjardins. Playing around with it. That shot goes. Sorcher plays it, keeps it in play. 35 seconds and running. Hustling after LaPointe. LaPointe trying to get it on goal. Cleared out of the zone by DeStefanis, and then, in fact, would be an icing. 27 seconds left to play in the game. They'll bring it all the way back. It'll go just to the right of goaltender Herm Sorcher. 27 seconds to play in the game. 3-3. That one sneaks all the way across the floor. Dumped out of the zone by Hull. Going to get it, hustling there was Kyle Fourian. He turns it over. That shot blocked in front. Opportunity there for Big Fish. Playing it back behind. 12 seconds and running. Back out by the neutral zone. Looks like Big Fish will have the final chances. That shot, however, goes high up over the boards into the netting, and they're going to bring it back out to the blue, and they are going to say there was a deflection, so it'll be a face-off on the blue line with just 9 seconds left to play. We'll see if either team can get an opportunity here. Again, a tie. Big Fish stays in second place. Brittany's boys will finish in fourth. Ball is dropped, dumped into the corner. 5 seconds and running. Doesn't look like either team really wants to get a chance here. This will be icing. And in fact, the horn sounds to end the game. There will be a 3-minute overtime period to decide the winner of this one. If we're tied after the 3-minute overtime period, then it'll be tied. So an exciting third period. The teams picked up the action just a little bit. We had a couple goals scored by both teams. Steve DeMoro picked up the hat trick with his goal in the third period. Guido DeStefanis scored another goal. And then we had a blistering shot from the neutral zone that beat Brittany Camasso up over her left shoulder to tie things up and get us to where we are now. It's a 3-3 score, a 3-minute overtime period coming up to decide the winner. Again, Big Fish win. They hold on to the second place spot, and they will avoid playing Brittany's boys again. Brittany's boys come up with a goal here in the overtime. They'll play Big Fish again this weekend. So a lot to be decided here at Hockey Night at PISA, brought to you by Memory to Video Productions and sponsored by Play It Again Sports in Southington. Put Play It Again Sports on your list for Christmas shopping this year. They have tons of gear, new and used, at great prices. 3-minute overtime period, getting ready to get started. Again, Big Fish have more substitutes available than Brittany's boys do. Let's see if that plays a role in the overtime period. See if they have fresher legs. Taking the face-off, Petkovic there in yellow for Big Fish. They won it. Opportunity in front, saved by Sorcher. Rebound comes out. Just poked away. Opportunity for the game winner there on the stick of Anthony DLC. Stopped by Sorcher. Great play there. That clearing pass. Controlled and dumped. Will be an icing call against Big Fish. Having a little discussion there about something that may have gone on, thinking there was offsides. We're just 17 seconds into the overtime. Face-off will be just to the left of Sorcher, who's come up big with one save already in the overtime period. Petkovic facing off against DeMoro. Face-off dropped, one back. Desjardins trying to pump it up the near side boards. Not getting out of the zone. Kept in nicely by Fourian. DLC, who had the opportunity there in the overtime, sent it across the floor. Nice little sliding play there by Petkovic to kick the ball to the corner. 30 seconds gone by in the overtime. Another shot by DeMoro goes just wide of the face of the goal. Petkovic keeping close eye on DeMoro, runs it out of the zone, and it gets out. Opportunity here. Ball leaks all the way to Camasso. She covers up. And so with 2:12 left to play in the overtime, it's a 3-3 score. Face-off this time will be down in the defensive zone for Brittany's boys. Awaiting the outcome of this one, both Geriatrics and Jokers of Doom. Jokers of Doom are locked into the third spot as of right now. Brittany's boys win. That pumps Jokers of Doom down to number 4, and they'd have to take on Geriatrics and the league's leading scorer, Brian Curtis. Face off just to the right of Brittany Camasso. Again, players coming in and out relatively slowly. Ball is dropped. We're back in a live play. This one leaks all the way out to the red line. Hustling to get it was Mike Snyder, and it was just chipped by him and backed in. No offsides calls. Shot by DeStefanis. Comes back out. Referees have been in for a long night as well. This overtime period, you never know. Sometimes a call or two might get by him. DeStefanis looking for goal number 3 for him. Sends this one back to the corner. We're inside of 2 minutes in the overtime period. Play goes back behind the goal line. Now back out top. Centering pass. Still loose in front. Opportunity for Big Fish if they could get the ball on their stick. Nice little give and go opportunity. Defended beautifully by Brittany's boys, and now the race is on. We're going to have a shot here. Short side. Trying to center it, but no such luck for Mike Snyder. Didn't get enough on it. Oh, tough call there. As Forian came hustling up, trying to keep that ball in the zone. It was just a step or two behind. Forian gets it now. He's by the blue line, taking his time. Clock is running. 1:10 and going. Offsides finally called there. 1:09 left to play in the overtime period. Brittany's boys and Big Fish knotted at 3. Face-off will be just in front of the Big Fish bench. 3-3 to the score. Tomorrow again, giving a little strategy before stepping up to take the face. He's got 3 goals. All 3 of the goals for Brittany's boys off the stick of Steve DeMoro. Time to push it forward this time. No such luck. Nice stop by Chris Berry. Chris Berry running up the weak side. He dumps it into the corner. Gained the offensive zone, so no icing call. Trying to clear it out of the zone. He did. In fact, this will be an icing. Face-off will now be to the right of Sorcher. 48 seconds left to play in the game. Again, if the score remains tied, Big Fish in the 2 spot, Jokers of Doom in the 3 spot. Those 2 teams will meet in one semifinal. The Brittany's boys will finish 4th. They'll have to take on Geriatrics in the other semifinal. Face-off just to the left of Sorcher. DeMoro on the draw. 3 goals for DeMoro, and let's see. Shot on goal goes over the crossbar. Comes back out to DeStefanis. DeStefanis trying to get his 3rd goal of the game. He pushes it up the far boards. Hustling up hard now. Centering pass. Deflected away by LaPointe back into the far corner. Big Fish trying to turn now. Centering pass. Deflected again back into the corner. 25 seconds and running in the final seconds of overtime. Trying to turn to get a shot. That backhand move goes back behind the goal. Back out to the far side. No such luck. Looks like that went up into the rafters off of the stick of a Brittany boys player. So with 16 seconds left, they'll drag it back out into the neutral zone. We're looking like we're going to finish this one at a 3-3 tie. Again, a tie means Big Fish will be in 2nd place. They'll take on the Jokers of Doom. Brittany's boys will finish 4th. They'll take on Geriatrics. DeMoro, again trying to give a little strategy. Now they're going to take a timeout, try to get things set, see what they can come up with here. A nice little 30-second timeout in the closing seconds of the overtime period. Anthony DLC had a chance early in the overtime period. Herm Sorcher was up to the task, keeping things knotted at 3-3 and keeping this overtime period going. We're down in the closing seconds now. About 16 seconds left to play in the game. And that horn tells us we're ready to go, ready to drop the ball and get things moving. Face-off will be just in front of the Big Fish bench. DeMoro taking the draw. Let's see what he can do here in the last 16 seconds. If he can win this one cleanly and push it into the offensive zone. Does get pushed forward, but quickly redirected by DeStefanis. Play along the red line. Blocked again by DeStefanis. Now gets back in. We're inside of 5 seconds now. Opportunity here for DeMoro as the buzzer might sound. He overran it just a little bit and couldn't get that one going towards the goal. So the game ends in a 3-3 tie. The result, Big Fish record goes to 6-3-1. Brittany's boys record goes to 5-4-1. Big Fish finish in the second spot. They'll take on the Jokers of Doom. Brittany's boys in the fourth spot. They'll take on Geriatrics. So it's been an exciting night of hockey here. Hockey night at PISA finds us with an even battle. Brittany's boys 3, Big Fish 3 in this Division E deck hockey match. Playoffs begin this weekend for both of these teams, and we'll see how things fall into place and if there'll be a rematch for these two. If they're going to play each other again, it'll have to be in the final. It'll be a big win for Brittany's boys over the Geriatrics. They'd have to upset the number 1 seed. Big Fish coming in at number 2 seed, get to take on the Jokers of Doom. So that'll wrap things up for us here at PISA, the Plainville Indoor Sports Arena, the site for tonight's Hockey Night at PISA. A big battle between Big Fish and Brittany's boys, Deck E hockey match, ends in a 3-3 tie through overtime. Fantastic effort by both teams, and we'll give you our 3 stars in just a minute as we get things settled here at Hockey Night at PISA, brought to you by Memory to Video Productions and sponsored by Play It Again Sports in Southington. Make sure Play It Again Sports is on your Christmas shopping list. They've got plenty of new and used sporting equipment at great prices this holiday season. So we're back to close things up here at Hockey Night at PISA at the Plainville Indoor Sports Arena. We're going to give you our 3 stars for the evening. Our 3rd star from the Big Fish goes to Guido Di Stefanis. Guido's effort got his team back into this. He hustled all over the floor and got himself 2 goals. So the 3rd star goes to Guido. The number 2 star, 2nd star, goes to goalie Horm Searcher. Herm made a huge save in the beginning period of overtime, keep things tied, and played well throughout. And finally, the number 1 star goes to Steve DeMoro. Steve had a hat trick. He scored all 3 goals for Brittany's boys, trying to get his team into that 3rd spot for the playoff run. But 3 goals for Steve DeMoro. He took every face-off. Clearly the best player out on the floor this evening, helping his team earn this tie with the number 2 seed. So that'll wrap it up for us this evening. A great night of hockey, brought to you by Memory to Video Productions and sponsored by Southington Sporting Goods. Everyone take care, have a great night, and we'll see you back here soon.